Morning light cuts through expensive curtains. A man wakes on a leather couch, disoriented. His head pounds. The sound of running water echoes from somewhere distant. He turns his head slowly, then freezes. His CEO stands in the kitchen, hair pulled back, wearing his button-down shirt, pouring coffee with steady hands. Too steady. Her voice breaks the silence. Calm, almost unnervingly so. "You didn't touch me, right?" Thane Ashford stares the question hitting him like cold water. His throat dry, world tilting. "What, no? Of course not." She turns. A strange smile plays at her lips. Not quite relief. Something else. Something he can't read. "Good, because now I owe you more than I can ever repay." He doesn't understand. Then he sees it. A tablet on the coffee table. Screen still glowing. A video call interface. Pause but active. In the corner, tiny profile pictures. The entire board of directors. Watching. 5 years earlier, Thane Ashford believed in certainty. He had a career trajectory at Helios Innovations operations manager Rising Star. A beautiful wife named Elena. Plans for a second child. Life made sense. Then cancer came. Quiet at first. A cough. Some fatigue. By the time they caught it, certainty had already left the building. Elena died on a Tuesday morning. Ren was 3 years old. Now 5 years later, Thane drives for a living. Professional chauffeur at the same company where he once managed projects. Not because he couldn't do anything else, because driving meant flexible hours, early pickups, late drop-offs, time for the only person who mattered, his daughter, 8 years old now, 9 and 6 months. 6 a.m. The alarm shatters sleep. Thane reaches over Palm, finding the frame on his nightstand. Elena's photo, that smile, the one that said she saw through all his carefully constructed walls and loved him anyway. "Morning," he whispers to the photograph. 5 years. The ritual never stops. In the kitchen, pancakes, heart-shaped because Ren notices everything. She sits at the table, already sketchbook open, colored pencils scattered like abandoned soldiers. "What are you drawing, sweetheart?" Ren doesn't look up. 8 years old, dark hair like her mother, eyes that see too much. "Colors of feelings." She turns the sketchbook. A stick figure surrounded by swirls of blue and gray, deep drowning colors. This person is lonely, but they don't want anyone to know. Thane studies the drawing, the precision, the awareness. "That's pretty wise for someone your age." "Mommy taught me." Ren's voice is matter-of-fact. "She said everyone carries feelings inside. We just have to look." The drive to Lincoln Elementary is quiet. Morning sun painting the dashboard gold. Ren sketches in the passenger seat, her world of color and emotion. "Remember what I always tell you." Ren doesn't miss a beat. A mantra now, sacred text. "When someone needs help, we help them, no matter who they are. Even if they're mean to you, especially then." Her pencil keeps moving. "Because maybe they're mean, because nobody helped them before." Thane reaches over, ruffles her hair. She swats his hand away but smiles. "Daddy?" Her voice changes, smaller now. "Do you think you'll ever be happy again? Like, really happy?" The question lands hard. Thane's hands tighten on the wheel. "I'm happy with you, baby. That's enough. Mommy would want you to be happy with someone else, too." He doesn't respond, changes the subject, asks about her science project. But the words hang in the air between them. Truth unwilling to die. Helios Innovations towers over the financial district, glass and steel, a monument to disruption, to innovation, to the future. Sienna Marlowe built this empire from nothing. 24 years old when she started, co-founder alongside her mentor Richard Chen, a genius who saw potential where others saw risk. Richard died 2 years ago, heart attack, sudden, catastrophic. left Sienna the company and a legacy she wasn't sure she could honor. Now 32, CEO of a billion-dollar tech firm, featured in Forbes, named one of the most influential leaders under 40, and completely devastatingly alone. She arrives at 7:30, black sedan, designer suit, heels that click against marble like a countdown. Employees straighten when she passes. Respect mixed with something else. Fear, not of her anger, but of her distance, her perfection, her absolute refusal to be anything less than flawless. Good morning, Ms. Marlowe. Grace Chen, executive assistant, 28, sharp, loyal, the only person Sienna almost trusts. Coffee's ready. Board meeting at 10. Sienna nods. Doesn't thank her, not because she's ungrateful, because gratitude implies vulnerability, and vulnerability is a luxury she can't afford. Inside her office, the mask drops. She sits, heavily, fingers at her temples, stress headache blooming. Outside the window, the city spreads like a promise. Buildings reaching, ambition made concrete. Her phone buzzes. Text from an unknown number. Dinner tonight, I miss you. Nathan. Nathan, ex-fiancé, left 3 years ago. Said she was married to her work. Said she didn't have room in her life for love. Said a lot of things that still echo in quiet moments. Sienna deletes the message without responding. Opens her photo app. It's empty. No family photos. No vacation shots. No evidence of a life beyond these walls. Just screenshots, work reports, quarterly projections, the life of someone who chose success over everything else, and won, and lost. The board meeting starts at 10 precisely. 12 members, veterans of industry, investors, power brokers, all older than her, most of them men, all of them watching for weakness. Q3 results exceeded projections by 18%. Sienna presents without notes, numbers internalized. Revenue at $2.4 billion, user growth steady, market share expanding. Derek Hoffman, board chairman, 52, silver-haired and calculating, leans forward. Impressive, Sienna. However, that word, always that word. I'm concerned about your proposed AI ethics regulations. They're necessary. Her voice doesn't waver. Competitors are cutting corners, exploiting user data. We won't. Silas Brennan, CFO, 46, shark smile and dead eyes, taps his pen against the table. With respect, this could cost us the Technovate contract, $50 million. Then we lose $50 million. I'd rather sacrifice revenue than compromise our principles. The room goes quiet, still as glass. Sienna meets each gaze, unflinching. Lucian Cross, board member, 55, old money and older grudges, exchanges a look with Silas. Quick, meaningful. That's very noble, Lucian says slowly. But shareholders care about profit, not philosophy. Then we need better shareholders. The meeting ends. Tense, unresolved, battle lines drawn. Outside the conference room, Thane waits. He's been driving executives to lunch meetings. Invisible, professional, present but unseen. He overhears Silas and Lucian. Low voices. Thought they were alone. She's too rigid, idealistic. A liability. We need to start building a case for alternative leadership. Carefully, very carefully. Thane says nothing. Walks away. Not his business, not his fight. But something sits wrong in his chest. Afternoon bleeds into evening. Sienna cancels physical therapy. Again. Grace brings lunch. Sienna waves it away. Ma'am, you haven't eaten. I'm fine. There's the 10-year anniversary gala tonight. Sienna doesn't look up from her laptop. I'll make an appearance. Grace leaves. Door clicking shut. Sienna alone again. She stares at the wall. The awards, the recognition, the empty testimony of success. 10 years, she thinks. Built this empire. And for what? To go home to an empty penthouse every night. But she doesn't say it out loud, because saying it makes it real. The gala is everything it should be. 500 guests, crystal champagne flutes, string quartet playing something expensive and forgettable. Sienna gives the opening speech. She's practiced this, perfected it. 10 years ago, we started with a dream. Today, Helios Innovations employs 2,000 people and serves millions worldwide. But our mission hasn't changed. Innovation with ethics at the core. Thank you. Applause. She smiles. The CEO smile. Perfect. Empty. Then reaches for the wine. Thane stands near the exit. Driver uniform. Ready to take people home when the party ends. He watches Sienna. Not because he should, but because something feels wrong. The way her hand grips the podium. White-knuckled. The way she drinks the wine. Fast. Too fast. The way her eyes scan the room. Looking for exits instead of celebrating. Silas appears beside Sienna. Refills her glass before it's empty. To our fearless leader, he raises his glass. Another toast. The crowd cheers. Sienna drinks again and again. Silas whispers to Lucian across the room. Thane can't hear the words, but he sees the smile. Predatory. 11 p.m. The party winds down. Music quieter. Lights dimmer. People stumbling toward cars. Grace finds Thane. Panic in her eyes. Please, her driver called in sick. Can you take her home? Thane hesitates. Every instinct screaming, this is dangerous. This is a line he shouldn't cross. I can't let the board see her like this, Grace pleads. Please, you're the only one I trust. He finds Sienna in the bathroom hallway, slumped against the wall, mascara smudged, designer dress wrinkled, perfection shattered. She looks up, tries to focus. You're Ashford, the driver. Surprised she knows his name. Yes, ma'am. Let me help you home. Everyone thinks I'm weak. Her words slur together. They think I can't lead. I think you're human. That's not weakness. She laughs or cries. Hard to tell. You don't know me. Nobody knows me. Let's get you home, Ms. Marlowe. Rain starts as they drive. Soft at first, then hammering against the windshield. Sienna in the back seat, consciousness flickering. Do you know what it's like? Her voice small, broken. To build everything and have nothing. Thane keeps his eyes on the road. I lost my wife 5 years ago. I know what nothing feels like. Silence. Then quietly, I'm sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. Everyone leaves. She's crying now. Parents, dead. My mentor, dead. Nathan said I was married to my job. Said I didn't have room for love. Maybe he was right. Thane's knuckles white on the wheel, recognizing the pain, the isolation. He was wrong. You built something that gives 2,000 people jobs. You provide for families. That's love expressed through action. No response. He glances in the mirror. She's passed out. Sienna's penthouse is exactly what he expected. Floor-to-ceiling windows, city lights spread like fallen stars, modern furniture, expensive, impersonal. No photographs, no warmth, a museum of success. Thane carries her inside, the doorman's face neutral, professional concern. He places her on the bed, removes her heels, pulls a blanket over her, turns to leave. Her hand catches his wrist, weak grip, desperate. Don't leave me alone. Eyes barely open. Everyone leaves, please. Something in Thane's chest cracks. He recognizes that plea, has felt it himself, the drowning, the desperate grab for anything solid. I'll stay until you're all right. I promise. Her grip loosens. She's gone. The couch is expensive, uncomfortable. Thane sits, texts his neighbor, Mrs. Rodriguez. Can you check on rent emergency at work? Response immediate. Of course, dear. She is fine. sleeping soundly. He sets alarms. 2 a.m., 4 a.m., gets up both times, changes Sienna's water, leaves aspirin. At 4, he stands at the windows, city glowing below. Millions of lights, millions of people, all of them fighting their own battles. He pulls out his phone, scrolls through photos. Ren, always Ren, her drawings, her smile, his anchor, his reason. I'm doing what's right, he tells himself. That's what matters. Makes coffee at 6 a.m., cleans broken glass he found in the kitchen, wipes down counters. Not because he has to, because it's what you do. You help people who need it. Sienna wakes at 6:30, panicked, disoriented, sees Thane at the kitchen counter. Did we? He turns, calm, steady. No, ma'am. You asked me to stay. I slept on the couch. You were safe the entire time. She stares, processing, seeing the water by her bed, the aspirin, the clean kitchen, evidence of care. Why? Because you needed someone. You could have. She trails off, the implications hanging. I don't take advantage of people, especially when they're vulnerable. The moment stretches. First time in years someone has shown her kindness without wanting something. I should go. My daughter will be waking up. You have a daughter, 8 years old. She's my world. He walks to the door, hand on the handle. Ashford. Her voice stops him. Thank you, really. He nods once, leaves. Sienna sits alone, touches the water glass, the coffee cup. First human connection in years. Real, unconditional, and terrifying. Thane drives home, exhausted, relieved, thinking about pancakes and Ren's smile, and his phone explodes. Notifications, hundreds. Company chat, personal messages, unknown numbers. He pulls over, opens the messages. A photo. Him helping Sienna into the car, his arm around her waist, her head on his shoulder, the angle making it look intimate. Wrong. Caption, driver taking advantage of drunk CEO Chakrahelio scandal. Comments flooding like poison. This is disgusting. Single dad saw his opportunity. She was unconscious. This is assault. Fire him now. Thane's hands shake, phone slipping, catching it, staring at the screen. At Lincoln Elementary, a mother picks up her phone, sees the post, looks across the playground, sees Ren, laughing, innocent. The mother pulls her daughter away, whispers something, both of them looking at Ren with disgust. Ren doesn't notice yet, but she will. The suspension letter arrived the next morning. Formal, legal, cold. Due to allegations of inappropriate conduct, Thane Ashford is hereby suspended without pay pending investigation. Thane reads it twice, folds it carefully, puts it in a drawer. Ren runs to him when he comes home early. Daddy, you're home. He catches her, spins her, forces the smile. I get extra time with you today, sweetheart. They make grilled cheese. Her favorite, tomato soup. He acts normal, phone buzzing constantly in his pocket. He ignores it. Ren draws at the table, shows him when she's done. A stick figure. Him, surrounded by black scribbles. Chaos. Noise. But at the center, at the heart, a spot of bright yellow. This is you, Daddy. The black is all the noise people make. But this, she points to the yellow. This is your good heart. The noise can't touch what's true. Thane's vision blurs. He pulls her close, holds her tight. You're pretty smart, you know that. I learned from you. Day 2. Thane returns to Helios. Has to. Suspended doesn't mean terminated. Has to collect personal items. Has to sign papers. The hallway is a gauntlet. Conversations stop when he appears. People stare. Judge. Convict without trial. Break room. He needs coffee. Enters. 3 people leave immediately. Abandon their drinks. Won't be in the same room. Someone from accounting walks past, loud enough for everyone. Must be nice. Sleep your way up. Thane's jaw clenches, keeps walking, says nothing. In the parking garage, someone keyed his car. One word, scraped deep into the paint. Predator. Thane stares at it, breathes, in through the nose, out through the mouth, the way Elena taught him when panic came. Gets in the car, drives away, doesn't look back. HR office, Nina Castellano, 35. Professional, fair, but bound by policy. Mr. Ashford, 23 formal complaints. Company policy requires suspension pending investigation. I understand. I have to ask, did anything inappropriate happen? No, ma'am. Ms. Marlowe asked me to stay because she was vulnerable. I stayed on the couch. Nothing more. Do you have proof? My word, Nina pauses, wants to believe him, but belief doesn't override protocol. For what it's worth, I hope this resolves in your favor. She hands him the letter. He takes it, leaves. Sienna sits in her office, drowning in whispers, rumor like smoke, seeping through walls, under doors. Grace enters, hesitant. Ma'am, the board wants a statement. Statement about what? About what happened. People are saying, let them say whatever they want. They're saying he took advantage. Sienna freezes. Coffee cup halfway to her lips. He didn't. Maybe you should say that, publicly, and admit I was drunk. Admit I needed help. The board would use it as evidence I'm unfit. Grace's face shows what she won't say. That an innocent man is being destroyed. That silence is complicity. Ma'am, with respect, is your reputation worth more than his life? Sienna doesn't answer. Grace leaves. Alone, Sienna pulls up her laptop. Security footage request. She's CEO, she has access. Watches the parking garage. Thane helping her walk. Gentle, respectful, supporting her weight without taking advantage. Building entrance, carrying her, carefully, like something precious. Penthouse hallway, time-stamped, 11:47 p.m. She authorizes smart home footage, watches herself, watches him, placing her on the bed, removing shoes, covering her with a blanket, turning to leave, her hand grabbing his wrist, her voice slurred but desperate. Don't leave me. Him sitting on the couch, 2 a.m., checking on her, changing water. 4 a.m., still on the couch, looking at his phone. Photos of his daughter probably. 6 a.m., making coffee, cleaning, waiting. Never once inappropriate, never once crossing a line. Sienna leans back, closes her eyes. He could have done anything, she whispers to the empty office. He could have sold the story, blackmailed me, but he didn't. He just helped. Guilt crushes her chest, makes breathing hard. Day 4. Ren comes home from school, no running, no excitement, just walks to the door, opens it, drops her backpack, runs to Thane. Sobbing, he catches her, kneels, eye level. Baby, what happened? Emma's mom said I can't play with Emma anymore. Thane's heart breaks, clean, surgical. She said you're a bad person, but you're not. You're not. Oh, sweetheart. And Tyler said, he said his dad called you. She can't finish. Too terrible to repeat. Thane pulls her close. Let her cry against his shoulder. Ren, look at me. She does, face red, eyes swollen. Sometimes the truth takes time, but it always comes out eventually. Always. But it hurts now. I know, baby. I know. She cries harder. He holds her, thinking about justice, about truth, about how slowly the universe moves when you need it to hurry. Later after dinner, after her tears dry, Ren asks a question. Daddy, can I help? How? I can tell people the truth. Can I make a video? He hesitates, wants to protect her, keep her away from this ugliness. But she's already opening his phone, already positioning herself. Hi, my name is Ren Ashford. I'm 8 years old. She speaks directly to the camera. No script, just truth. People are saying mean things about my daddy, but I know the real him. Her voice steady, certain. My daddy is the person who makes me pancakes every morning, who teaches me that helping people matters most, who still cries sometimes when he looks at pictures of my mom, but always smiles for me. Pause, swallow. He would never ever hurt anyone. If you're saying bad things about him, you're hurting a good person. Please stop. She posts it before Thane can object. The video spreads, slowly at first, then faster. Algorithms finding the emotion, the authenticity. Comments shift, not everywhere, but enough. That little girl believes in him. This breaks my heart. What if we got it wrong? Day 5. Anonymous email, company-wide, subject the truth about that night. Attached video, security footage, but edited, manipulated, weaponized, music added, sinister, ominous, clips cut, context removed, timing altered, Thane's hand on Sienna's waist, cropped, made to look predatory, her head on his shoulder, angle suggesting consent, romance, complicity, him carrying her inside. Caption appears, he stayed until 6 a.m. What happened in those hours? Timestamps removed, truth erased. The video goes viral. Beyond the company, LinkedIn, Twitter, tech blogs, comments vicious. He planned this. Textbook predator behavior. The daughter's video is manipulation. Playing the victim. Disgusting. Technovate Industries, the $50 million client, sends an email. Formal, final. We are suspending our partnership with Helios Innovations, pending resolution of this matter. The principal calls. Professional, uncomfortable. Mr. Ashford, some parents are requesting that Wren perhaps study from home, temporarily. Thane's voice goes cold, controlled, dangerous. My daughter has done nothing wrong. I understand, but we have to consider all students' comfort. She will be in class tomorrow. If any parent has concerns, they can address them with me directly. He hangs up, hands shaking, anger white hot. Wren stands in the doorway. She heard, says nothing, just goes to her room, returns with a drawing, stick figure, storm clouds, but the figure holds an umbrella, standing firm. That's you, Daddy, she whispers. The storm can't touch you if you don't let it in. 8 years old, teaching her father courage. Sienna sees the edited video, watches it twice, 3 times, fury building, cold, calculated, deadly. She checks the metadata, video forensics, traces the origin, Helios Innovations internal server, Silas Brennan's office subnet. Grace! Her voice cuts through the office like steel. Get me everything on Silas. Finances, communications, meetings, everything. Grace doesn't ask questions, just nods. That night, Grace works late, everyone else gone. Office dark except her desk lamp. She hears voices. Silas's office. Door not quite closed. She moves quietly, stands outside, listens. Silas on the phone, not trying to hide, thinks he's alone. Yes, the video is performing exactly as planned. Keep it circulating on social media. Board vote is in 3 days. We need her emotional, rattled, unstable looking. Grace pulls out her phone. Records. What about the kid's video? Some sympathy building. Doesn't matter. We have momentum. Focus on the scandal. And after the vote, I'm interim CEO. The audit gets buried, and Sienna Marlowe becomes yesterday's news. Laughter, cold, victorious. Grace stops recording, walks directly to Sienna's office. Doesn't knock, just enters. Ma'am, you need to hear this. She plays the recording. Sienna listens, face stone, eyes ice. When it ends, Grace speaks. There's more. I've been digging. Silas has been embezzling $15 million over 3 years. Shell companies, Fake vendors. The annual audit is in a month. If you're still CEO, the audit happens. He goes to prison. Sienna stands, walks to the window. City below. Empire she built. He's using Ashford as a weapon. To destroy me. To save himself. Yes. Silence, then decision. Call Derek Hoffman. Emergency board meeting. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. What are you going to do? Sienna turns. Face illuminated by city lights. Determined. Resolved. What Ashford did. What's right. Even if it cost me everything. That night, Sienna calls Thane. Late. His phone rings. Unknown number. Hello. Mr. Ashford, it's Sienna Marlowe. Pause, surprise. Ms. Marlowe, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., all hands meeting, I need you there. I'm suspended. Not anymore. Please, trust me. Why are you doing this? Her voice breaks. Just slightly. Just enough. Because you helped me when no one else would. When it cost you everything. Now I'm going to do the same. Even though everyone will be watching. Silence then. I'll be there. 9 a.m., Helios Auditorium, 900 employees. Standing room only. Whispers like static. Board members front row. Silas confident. Lucian smug. Derek neutral. Waiting. Thane enters. Wren beside him. School holiday. Nowhere else for her to be. The room goes quiet. Heads turning. Eyes staring. Judging. Wren holds his hand tight. Whispers, "It's okay, Daddy. Truth always wins." 8 years old. Teaching faith to a broken world. They sit in the back row. Sienna takes the stage. No podium, no notes. Just her. Just truth. Thank you for coming. Her voice carries. Strong. Clear. I know many of you have opinions about what happened 6 days ago. Today, I'm going to show you facts. She clicks the remote. Screen lights up behind her. The unedited footage plays. All of it. Parking garage. Full context. Thane supporting Sienna's weight. Respectful. Careful. Car dashboard camera. Her rambling, emotional, broken. Him responding with kindness. Building entrance. Doorman footage. Thane carrying her. Asking the doorman to call ahead. Thinking of her comfort. Penthouse hallway. Time stamped. 11:47 p.m. Smart home footage. The bedroom. Thane placing her on the bed. Removing her shoes. Covering her with a blanket. Turning to leave. Sitting on the couch. 2 a.m. Checking on her. Changing water. 4 a.m. Still there. Still watching over her. 6 a.m. Making coffee. Cleaning. Waiting for her to wake. Every moment documented, every action pure. The timestamp clear, irrefutable. The auditorium silent, completely silent. When the video ends, Sienna speaks. This is the truth, unedited, unmanipulated. She pauses, lets it sink in. While you judge Thane Ashford, he was being exactly who he's always been, a person of honor. Her voice strengthens. He didn't defend himself, didn't fight back, didn't demand fairness. Why? She looks across the crowd, finds Thane's eyes. Because that's who he is. Someone who does what's right even when it costs him everything. Movement in the crowd. Shifting. Discomfort. Shame settling like snow. But let me tell you something else. Sienna takes a breath. The next part harder, more vulnerable. I was drunk that night. Irresponsible. I put myself in a dangerous position. That's on me. Board members murmuring. Silas leaning forward, smelling blood. But instead of exploiting that vulnerability, Mr. Ashford protected me. He stayed because I asked him not to leave. He stayed because I was alone and scared. Her voice cracks, just slightly. I haven't had someone show me unconditional kindness in years. And instead of thanking him, I let him be destroyed by silence. Pause, weight of confession. That ends today. Sienna clicks to the next slide. Email metadata. Technical, detailed, Damning. The edited video that went viral, it didn't come from external hackers. The slide shows origin point, Helios Innovations internal server, Silas Brennan's office, specific computer, specific timestamp. Gasps ripple through the auditorium, shock visible on faces. Silas stands, face red. That's absurd. Anyone could have accessed. Grace. Grace Chen steps forward, laptop in hand, projects new evidence onto the big screen. Financial forensics, money trails, shell companies, $15 million, stolen, laundered, hidden, calendar coordination. Silas arranging for Sienna's driver to call in sick that specific night. Email trails. Silas to anonymous media contacts. I have a story for you. Phone records. 7 calls between Silas and Lucian that week. Each piece of evidence landing like a hammer blow. Audience audibly reacting. Sienna continues, voice like steel. Silas Brennan orchestrated this entire scandal. Why? Next slide. Large, bold. Annual audit. Scheduled 3 weeks from today. Because if I remain CEO, the audit happens. His theft gets exposed. He goes to prison. So he weaponized my mistake, destroyed an innocent man, risked a $50 million client relationship, all to save himself. Derek Hoffman stands, board chairman, voice heavy with authority. Silas, is this true? Silas's face cycles through emotions, denial, anger, desperation. She's fabricating evidence. This is a witch hunt. She got drunk, made poor decisions, and now she's trying to. Derek's voice cuts through like a blade. We'll let investigators decide, but effective immediately, you're suspended. Derek gestures. The back door is open. Not just company security. Police, 2 officers, badges visible, handcuffs ready. The auditorium erupts, gasps, murmurs, shock rippling through the crowd like electricity. Silas's face goes white. Wait, this is Silas Brennan. The lead officer steps forward, professional, firm. We have a warrant for your arrest, embezzlement, wire fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud. The room explodes in whispers, people standing to see better. Silas backs away, hands up. You can't do this. I have lawyers. I have rights. This is. The officer produces handcuffs, steps forward. Click, click, metal around wrists. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Silas's face red, furious, desperate, veins bulging. Sienna, this is vindictive. You're destroying me because I challenged your authority. This is retaliation. Derek stands, voice cutting through the chaos. You destroyed yourself, Silas, and you destroyed an innocent man to cover it up. That's not business. That's criminal. The officers lead Silas toward the exit. He struggles, shouts, undignified. This isn't over. I'll fight this. My lawyers will. The doors close, cutting off his voice. Silence settles, heavy, satisfying, justice visible and tangible. Sienna waits, lets the moment breathe, then continues. Lucian Cross, her voice sharp. Lucian stands quickly, trying to slip toward the exit. Sit down, Mr. Cross. He freezes, turns, face pale. Derek speaks. Mr. Cross, your phone records show significant coordination with Mr. Brennan. The board is suspending you pending investigation. If evidence supports charges, we'll pursue them fully. Lucian attempts composure, fails. I had no knowledge of financial improprieties. I merely expressed concerns about leadership. You helped orchestrate character assassination. Sienna cuts him off. That's conspiracy. Derek's voice final. Effective immediately, you're removed from this board. Legal counsel will be in touch. Lucian sits, then stands, leaves, deflated. No fight left. Sienna turns back to the full audience. Thane Ashford is innocent. More than that, he's an example of what we should all aspire to be. Effective immediately, he's reinstated with full back pay and a formal company apology. Applause starts. Hesitant at first, then building, then thunderous. People standing. But that's not enough. She waits for quiet. I'm promoting him to Director of Culture and Ethics. His job will be to teach us what we clearly failed to understand. That character isn't convenient. It's a choice we make every single day. Standing ovation, some people crying, real emotion. Grace Chen. Sienna looks to the wings. Please come up here. Grace hesitates, walks on stage, confused, nervous. Grace risked her career to bring me evidence. She could have stayed silent, kept her job safe, protected herself. Sienna addresses the audience, but she chose truth over safety. Turns back to Grace. Effective immediately, you're promoted to Chief of Staff. You'll work directly with Mr. Ashford to rebuild our culture from the ground up. Grace's eyes fill. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Grace, for having the courage I should have had from the start. Applause again. Grace and Sienna embrace briefly. Sienna looks at the employees, at the faces that judge so quickly. Those of you who spread rumors, filed false complaints, participated in destroying this man's reputation, without evidence, HR has your names. The applause dies. Tension immediate. Fear visible. Nina Castellano stands. HR director. Voice professional. Final. We've identified 31 individuals who violated company code of conduct. Disciplinary actions begin tomorrow. Consequences range from written warnings to termination, depending on severity. The room goes still, reality settling. Sienna's final words to the company. I failed, Mr. Ashford. I stayed silent to protect myself. I was a coward. She lets that hang. But today we choose differently. We choose truth. We choose courage. We choose to be better. She looks to the back row, to Thane and Wren. Mr. Ashford, would you please come up here? Thane walks forward, Wren's hand in his, every eye on them, but the energy different now, respectful, awed. He reaches the stage. Sienna extends her hand. They shake, close, private, microphone off for a moment. I'm sorry, truly. You made it right. That's what matters. She turns the microphone on, addresses the room. Mr. Ashford, would you like to say anything? He takes the microphone. 900 faces, waiting, listening, really listening this time. I didn't defend myself because truth doesn't need defense. It just needs time and patience. He gestures to Wren. My daughter taught me something. Show them, baby. Wren holds up her drawing, the yellow heart, the umbrella in the storm. Broken things can still create beauty. We're all broken in some way. Life breaks us, loss breaks us, betrayal breaks us. His voice steady, certain, reaching them. But we can choose to create something good anyway. We can choose to help people. We can choose to do what's right even when it's hard. Pause, connection forming. Let's make this a place where truth matters, where we protect each other, where we remember that behind every rumor is a real person with a real life. The ovation is genuine this time, earned, real, people on their feet, applause lasting. When it finally quiets, Thane adds one more thing. And to everyone who spread rumors about me, he pauses. They tense. I forgive you. I understand fear. I understand how easy it is to judge. I hope we can all do better, together. The grace in those words lands, hard, beautiful. Several people openly crying now. 6 months later, Wren's 9th birthday, company break room transformed. Balloons, cake, children running, laughter echoing through halls that once held only whispers and judgment. Sienna arrives, gift wrapped carefully in silver paper. Wren sees her. Runs. Ms. Sienna. You came. Wouldn't miss it for the world. The gift unwrapped. Professional art set, paints, brushes, canvas, easel, everything a young artist dreams of. Card reads, "For the artist who sees truth in colors. Thank you for teaching me to see it too." "Sienna," Ren cries. Happy tears. Hugs Sienna tight. "You smell like my mom, like coffee and kindness." Sienna freezes, then hugs back, harder, her own tears forming. "Your mom must have been wonderful." "She was, but she'd like you too. I can tell." Photo time. Photographer ready. Birthday girl in the middle. Ren grabs Sienna's hand. "Wait, Miss Sienna has to be in it." Pulls her next to Thane. Ren between them. Three people who found each other through darkness. The photo captures something. Genuine smiles, real connection, family in the making. That photo later becomes Helios's campaign image. After the party, children playing, adults watching. Thane and Sienna stand together by the window. "She talks about you constantly. You're her hero." "She's extraordinary, like her father." Comfortable silence. The kind that comes after battle, after truth wins. "Can I ask something personal?" Sienna's voice soft. "Sure. That night, when I asked you not to leave, why did you really stay?" Thane considers. "Truth deserves truth. Because I saw someone drowning, and I remember what that feels like." Sienna's eyes water. "After Elena died, I was drowning too. Ren saved me, gave me a reason to keep breathing. I recognize that same desperation in you. I don't have anyone like that." He looks at her, really sees her, all of her, the strength and the cracks. "You do now." The moment hangs, understanding passing between them. Not romance, not yet, but foundation, possibility, hope. 1 year later, Helios lobby, morning light through glass, new day. Thane enters, Ren beside her, taller now, 9.5, still carrying her sketchbook everywhere. On the wall brass plaque gleaming, the Ashford principle. Character doing what's right when no one is watching. They pass Sienna. She's different now, softer, lighter, more human. "Morning, Mr. Ashford." "Morning, Ren." "Morning, Ms. Marlowe." Ren runs ahead. To the after-school program. Innovation with heart. Thane and Sienna walk together toward the elevator. Natural now. Easy. "Dinner tonight?" Sienna asks. "There's that new Italian place Ren mentioned." "She invited you." Sienna smiles. Takes a breath. The next part harder. Braver. "Actually, I was hoping to invite you both. Officially." Thane stops walking. Looks at her. "Officially, I'm tired of pretending this is just professional courtesy." Her voice soft, vulnerable, real. "You and Ren, you've become the best part of my days. And I hope maybe you feel the same." Thane's smile is slow, genuine, warm as sunrise. "Ren asked me last week when I was going to ask you out properly. She said she's been waiting very patiently." Sienna laughs, relief and joy mixing. So yes, dinner, officially, as a date." Elevator doors open. They step in, stand close, not quite touching, but the space between them electric with possibility. The doors close. Through the glass, they're visible for a moment, smiling, connecting, building something new from broken pieces. Family, in the making. Thane's voiceover. Final words. They say one good choice can change everything. I don't know if I believe that, but I know this choosing to help someone that night didn't just save her, it saved me too. It gave me back something I thought I'd lost forever. Hope, connection, the possibility of happiness. Camera pulls back, Helios building glowing in evening light, city spreading beyond, possibilities endless. Final shot, Thane's office. Evening. Wren's latest drawing on the wall illuminated by desk lamp. 3 stick figures, holding hands. Labels beneath Dad. Me. Sienna. Above them rainbow arcing. Below words that make everything clear. My new family. Screen fades to text. Silas Brennan was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison for embezzlement and wire fraud. Lucian Cross was fined $2.1 million and banned from serving on corporate boards. Grace Chen became chief of staff and helped implement the strictest corporate ethics standards in the tech industry. The Ashford Principle has been adopted by 47 companies nationwide. Thane and Sienna were married 18 months later. Wren was the flower girl. They remain a family, and the truth, it never goes out of style.